once I started to learn about the controls, and particularly the CIS controls, it gave me that perspective where I flipped it on its head and said, before we even look at this technology, before we even look at how we're going to solve the problem, let's look at what the questions are. How does this business operate? And that's where I've been fortunate. My entrepreneurial journey and my knowledge of business has enabled me to get my team to look at a client from, this is a business that's got to provide these functions to the consumer or to another business. So whether they're a B2C or B2B business, this is what the business needs to have to provide that good work. So to do that, they need to have these things in place. And what manages that? The controls. Because if you don't look at the controls, once again, this is just my opinion, how do you know what your starting point is? It's too diverse. You know, you can look at all these different points. How do you join the dots? So the CIS controls, for example, 18 of them, with all the safeguards, and it can go right up to over 180 for larger enterprises, enables you to distill it and break it down into all those different facets. And the questions that you're asking yourself around asset inventory, for example, whether it's hardware or software or firewall security, they're questions that have been put together by top experts in those areas. And then the compliance becomes, well, I'm compliant with that, but it's not just a compliance, tick box. It's around, why do I need to be compliant with this? What will it do for me to make my business more effective if I follow that control and the safeguards in terms of that?